Hey guys, what's up? It's Jasmine. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the new apps that are on my iPhone X, which I'm sure you guys can guess from the title. So I actually got a new case. This is by the brand Loopy. It's like a new brand. Basically, it's like on my last phone I had just like a black sort of case, and then so my last phone I had a black case with a black pop socket, and now I've got this new case since making the last video. It's by the brand Loopy. So I have the white marble case with the little loop, which is why it's called Loopy. So you just put your hand in there, and yeah, it's super cool. Basically, I just needed like a new case, and the white one was super cool. So I have a link down below if you guys want to check that out. So starting out on the home page, basically everything's pretty much the same. I have mail, phone, Instagram, which has not changed whatsoever. Yeah, that's basically it. I use that probably the most, and then I have Snapchat, which I don't use too often. I really just talk to my friends on there. I have Twitter, which I don't use too often. I really just look for funny videos, like Clark and I will send stuff back and forth. My Starbucks app, which I don't order on anymore, but I do use it to pay. Like at school, we have a Starbucks, and you can use the app, but you can't like order ahead of time, which is inconvenient, but you know, whatever. And then I have Spotify, YouTube, and then the only like really new thing on here is my MTSU app, which is the school that I go to, so that's not really interesting. But now we're gonna get into like some of the photo editing apps, and I believe on the last one I had Lightroom, which I really only use this to pull colors, change like hues of certain colors, like bring up things. Like you can really do some crazy stuff with this, but I'm not going to get too far into there. It definitely is a really good app to have. I use it on my computer to edit all of my photos, and then if I get it on my phone and there's something that's not really like right with the photo, I'll use that to kind of like correct some of it. And then I have my know.it app, which if you guys don't know what that is, basically it's like you can buy clothing, like outfits of girls or other influencers. So like you could shop this look. I got like various shoes and things that you can shop. I follow a few other people, so if I like wanted her outfit, I could like shop it. It's a whole thing. So that's super cool. I recommend that app. I'm on there if you guys want to follow me and some of the outfits that I have. And then I have the Over app, which I've talked about in the last video, but I don't really use it anymore just because the whole layout is just confusing. It takes me a while to like relearn it every time, and I feel like people don't really focus too much on their stories and making them look super pretty as much anymore, so I don't really do a whole lot with that. And then Facetune to like whiten up things, bring out detailing, and maybe like any blemishes, but I usually try to do all of that in Lightroom on my computer. And then I have Afterlight. If you guys don't know what Afterlight is, it's kind of an older app, and I used to like make my photos look like old Polaroids, and I just like lived for this. It was so cool. Like you could do instant film looks, and you could add like dust, which is a super big thing right now, but there are all types of different looks that you can do on this app, which is so cool. I'm going to show you guys this next app, which is the Teza app. If you guys don't follow her on Instagram, go check her out. She's super cool. Oh well, this is embarrassing, all these photos of me. Okay, so like let's edit this photo of Clark. So basically Teza like created this app where you can like use some of her presets on an app, so like on your phone, and you don't have to like have Lightroom or anything. It's all in one place, and I have just like the free version, and I always use this one, the vintage. And then she also has like her own dust packs, which you can like change around and do some cool stuff with. So I personally really like it. You've got all of like the contrast and the shadows and things like that that you can use on other apps, but I'm going to save it and send it to Clark in case he wants it. But I really love this app. There's other cool things that you can do as well. Like she's got guides, like her photo gear, and you can check out her blog, and she's super cool. You guys can go check out that app. I absolutely love it. Then I have IGTV. I don't really use that. I feel like no one really uses that. I thought it was going to be this super cool, like revolutionary thing, but you can't really make any money off of it like you possibly could on YouTube. So I feel like a lot of people are like, I'm gonna have to like up my prices because they can't monetize these videos. Like a whole thing. It's not bad, but I just don't really use it. Sometimes I'll post like little things on there, like if I film like a, I think this is vertical. If I film like a vertical video, but other than that I don't really use it. And then the 8mm camera, which is super cool for doing like old stuff. So like you can change the filters, and yeah, this is kind of awkward, so we're gonna get out of that one. But it's a really cool app for people that are wanting to kind of spice up and make their videos like look kind of old and stuff like that on Instagram. And then I have the Unfold app, which I believe I talked about in the last video as well. This one's definitely more of a like if you're really wanting your stuff to look very nice and together on your Instagram stories. Again, I don't really use that as much anymore, but I know a lot of people do use that. And then VSCO, obviously, I love VSCO. Use it all the time, but I've been using the Teza app more, but VSCO definitely still has some good little preset sort of things that you guys can check out. Then I have this Moment app, which I've like literally never used, but yeah, it's not that fun. I'm probably going to end up deleting that app. Basically, you can like focus in on stuff, like change lighting. I don't know. I bought it for something, or I didn't buy it. I like downloaded it for something, and it didn't do what I needed it to do. So okay, so then I have the unsqrd app. So basically, if you're wanting to take a photo and get it across 3 different places, like this is how people do like the sliding photos on Instagram, where the photo is all like consistent, and then yeah, so that's how you do it, and you can do it in like 5 pieces, so 5 different things. You can create all kinds of really cool stuff with this app. I haven't really used it that much because it does compress the image sizes, so it kind of makes them look a little fuzzy, so I haven't used it that often, but it's definitely a super cool concept to kind of get you an idea of how your photo should look. You can definitely do all of this on like Photoshop on your computer and stuff though. And then I have the Hub app. So if you guys don't know what the Hub is, so basically like you can find different photographers, videographers, and models in your area, and it's a really cool app. You can just find all sorts of like super cool people on there that create really awesome content. Moving on to the next page, I have Venmo, my bank, Canon, DJI. Basically all of this is the exact same. I think the new ones are Depop, which I sell like clothing on there. Actually, I don't think that's new because I feel like I've said that before. And then I have like all of my travel apps, so Southwest. So this is like where I check for like cheap flights and things like that. So I have Airbnb, Southwest, Hopper and Kayak are like cheap flights, and then American. That was just to check in, so I didn't really use that app that much. But then I have the European Wax Center, which is where I get my waxes and where I like schedule my appointments and stuff. And then Duolingo. I actually downloaded this because I am recently, like a commercial that I was in released, and some guy like sent me a photo of it and was like, oh, I found it on my Duolingo app. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna download it again. But I've been using it because I'm trying to like refresh my Spanish, so it's a cool app. I don't know. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I highly recommend the Teza app, as well as like to know it if you guys are into like fashion and photography and stuff like that. As far as that goes, that's really all of the new apps. I'm excited to see all of the new phones that Apple's going to be creating. To be honest, I probably won't get any of them. I'm the kind of person that I just keep the same phone for like 2 years until it's like it's like irrelevant because you can't update it or anything. So yeah, I just keep it forever. I don't really think that I'm going to upgrade at all, but I'm really excited to watch all the new upgrading videos to see what people think of like the new X's that they're going to be coming out with. I am not a fan of not having a home button. The other day I was in class, I took a photo of something that I needed to use during class, and I didn't realize that it wouldn't come back on because it had frozen. Then I couldn't remember how to reset the phone because it's not like you just hold the thing, and I couldn't Google it because my phone was frozen. So to be honest, not the biggest fan of the X. I said that in my last video. I don't really know why they're continuing on with this because I do think that there are definitely a lot of flaws with it, but I'm excited to see how they possibly like improve it and see what other people think about them as well. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
We're going under, and there's nothing we can